spooky. I'm on a Skywatch, guys. How's everyone? I'm on a Skywatch. Hopefully you guys can see. I'll be in the seafront in about 5 minutes, just walking along a country path on a Skywatch. Or paranormal, you never know. I see more UFOs than ghosts. Well, I've seen only, you'll see on my TikTok, I saw an interdimensional alien. So it looked like an alien in an orb. So we're on a Skywatch. Hear that wind? Ping! I'm going to just sharing the live stream, guys. In the world. Got all these bits of trees everywhere. Oh, it's a whole tree down here almost. I'm going to go down the seafront, so... Yeah, so I'm doing a bit of paranormal and UFOs. Apparently, more UFOs are seen through storms, after storms or during storms. So let's see. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, more UFOs are seen. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at the stars. Got some dog barking. Another tree down. I'll just get around that. Another tree down. I tell you what, God, unbelievable. You saw my, I did a live earlier, you know, the all the waves and that at Ride Seafront. I'll put that on TikTok later tonight when I get back in. But I'm on a Skywatch. Oh, look at that. That's a whole tree gone down there. That's in Ride, look. Hopefully there's no one underneath it. I'll tell you what, I'll go and check. So there's a whole tree down there. Just make sure there's no one underneath it. Just make sure. I'm going to go on the golf course here. Just make sure there's no one underneath that tree. A whole huge tree's blown down. So let's go and check, make sure there's no one underneath the tree. Can I go that way? No. I don't think I can. I might have to go. I'll just go make sure there's no one. Make sure there's no one underneath the tree out there. Can see all the stars. Hang on. There's a whole tree's come down on the golf course, so you see kids up here playing and all sorts, so just make sure there's no one underneath the tree. Yeah, there's a whole tree down, there we go. That's come down. I can't see anyone. That's a big tree. Hello. I'm gonna have to go on the golf course up there. If I don't go and look, I worry. I worry tonight. There was someone underneath that. So it's worth a check. There's no one underneath the tree. So that could have come down earlier. Bloody hell. Just make sure there's no one underneath this tree. All the stars are out. I'm supposed to be on the Skywatch some. I don't think there's anyone underneath. Look at the size of that tree. I'll just check, make sure. Make sure there's no one underneath. That's a whole tree's come down. Just checking there's no one underneath. There's no one underneath, thankfully. I can't see anyone anyway. That's a big tree that's come down. I can't see anyone, so that's good. It's one of those things you'll go home and you think, if I didn't bother to go and look, then you see in the news someone's underneath. There's no one underneath, so that's good news. A lot of kids come up here on the golf course, so Right, there's no one underneath, I'm glad to say. Yeah, if you see a fallen tree, if you're out, make sure you check, guys. Look, they're stars. I'm on a sky watch anyway. There's been quite a few UFOs seen during storms. I've got to make sure I shut the gate. Well, there's no one under that tree. Make sure, shut the gate properly. Come on. Bloody hell. Hang on, guys. Get me torch out. Well, there's no one under that tree anyway. It's one of those things, isn't it? If you don't go and check, it'll play in your mind tonight. Come on, torch, don't go out. See, there's another smaller tree there. People should check these. Well, the wind's dropping now. That's the tree that's fallen down. That's a tree that's fallen in their golf course. No one underneath. Well, I couldn't see anyone, but hopefully, I'm pretty sure there's no one underneath. It's totally clear sky. I'll be on the seafront shortly, so I've got my cameras, so I'll do my sky watch. Should have brought me brighter torch, really. It's gone out. There's I don't know if it's Bristol or Wales. There was another tree. Someone actually filmed it. They were just filming this tree blowing, and they actually caught it coming down. And luckily, it didn't hit anyone or cars. There were cars going by. Someone's posted. I think the BBC posted it somewhere. My live, I did a live down at the seafront, all the huge waves and whatever. Honestly, I couldn't get anywhere near the sea wall at all. That wind could have taken you over into the sea, so I stayed quite a distance away. This is on the bottom of the hill, so I should imagine. Oh, there's a bit of a tree there. I'm just going along the seafront, so God, imagine you're driving down country roads. You're going to be having all sorts of branches and things flung at you, so it's definitely not worth driving anywhere tonight, guys. It's alright to do a sky watch, of course. You can hear the water, It's So I'll be down the seafront in a minute and we'll see all the lights. There's a spring there. You all want to go to the toilet now, won't you? You can hear that. You think, oh, I want to go to the toilet now. I've got to go for a wee. Oh, I need a wee now. This is probably where I saw my best UFO down there. And the Ride schoolboys saw one nearby as well. So it was in the county press. So if you look in the county press, I think it was titled Ride schoolboy saw a UFO in his back garden or something. But the county press had it. Of course, no one knew. I was doing a Skywatch on the same day, so he certainly saw a UFO because I've got a picture of it as well. But obviously, yeah, it was what he saw was something cloaked in red. So it was really strange. So it was it didn't look like extraterrestrial because I had a few of my ufologist friends. They filtered it. You could see rivets on it. So it could have been Trump's Space Force or something. So whatever it was, it had a load of rivets on it. And he saw it go over his house. So it was in theory, it was right above Portsmouth, this object. And it certainly had rivets and stuff like that, and panels. And it was sort of, I don't know, sort of in a red mist. So it certainly didn't look advanced alien technology. So I would have thought it might have been old Trump's Space Force or something to do with NASA. Anyway, it was right above Portsmouth, assuming it's not Chinese or Russian. Or someone's got the technology. My torch is rubbish. I nearly said. Don't like swearing. Alright, I'll tell you what, we can see a bit. I've got my cameras. I've only got my smaller cameras though. So I'm overlooking Portsmouth, Southampton. Tide's out, even better. Perfect night, and it's not that cold. I can't believe it this time of year. It's like a shipyard there. All the lights keep coming on, like security lights. Something flashing up there. So at least being a ufologist, it gets you out of the house. Oh, look at that. They've got the whole universe up there. That's looks too slow for an aircraft. That's slow. Something flashing over there as well. Apparently there's been a sighting near Barry in Wales. So check that out, guys. There's been a sighting yesterday at Barry near Wales. Just get my glasses on. Find me glasses without breaking them. I've got a bottle of water, I just shoved it in my pocket on top. So I'll stick my glasses on. a lot of people messaging me now, which is a pain. So when you're doing a live, you don't want to be interrupted with messages. Yeah, usually I'll get my mother phone or someone always phones me during a live, and or I'll get loads of messages sent. Get me torch out so I see where I'm going. So I zoomed in, I was trying to pick out some stars. It's freezing. Let's stand up. They've got like, because it's a boat, yeah, they've got like security lights. I'm alright, I'm allowed on this up here. Oh, please might turn up. You're my witnesses. Our white lit ferry's going out. I think it's going to cloud over. Let's take some pictures. What's the point of being here? I'm going to take some pictures. Not my best, not me. I've got two cameras on me at the moment. I expect you can see the flash. Help me if I was in my photo, really. It's not that, I mean, it's quite mild this time of year. Let's get my other camera out. It's a lot more sophisticated than this little one, but it's handy as a backup. Let's turn that off. I got people, got this Welsh guy having a conversation with me from Barry in Wales. He's a really, I think he runs he UFO group. He runs that one. And he's having a conversation with me. I said, look, I'm live on TikTok. Just turn this out. That's me backup camera. I'll get my backup camera out. This is the place where I saw there was like a metallic. There was a full moon, and there was this thing sitting right in front of me. This is Binstead Beach, a little beach, and there was it was an object. There's an object right out in front of me. This was quite a few years ago, and literally, I just couldn't believe it. I was just looking through my camera, and I could just see this thing sitting there looking at me. This object, it was a black metallic square, and it's a full moon. And obviously, if it wasn't a full moon, I wouldn't have seen it because it was like black metallic. It was the windows at the front, and because it silhouetted the edges. So whatever it was just sitting there, looking at me, watching me, just sitting there. And actually, I don't know, I just found it with my camera. I just pulled it and then I saw it, and I took 4 pictures. And I tell you what, I couldn't get home quick enough. I packed up. It was just right at the end of my Skywatch. I packed up. I just couldn't wait to get home. I took 4 pictures. And anyway, I checked all 4 pictures, and I looked at the first picture, nothing. Looked at the second picture, nothing. I was gutted, guys. I was gutted. Then anyway, I looked at the third picture, and it was in there. The actual object was in my third picture. Yeah, so there was a picture of the object on my third picture. I couldn't believe it. But the strange thing, imagine I've taken 4 pictures instantaneously, straight away, one after the other. So the first picture, nothing. Second picture, nothing. The third picture, it was there, I got it. And on the 4th picture, nothing. So look, I mean, that was there for a matter of seconds. And I was so lucky. And it just looked like a metallic square object. It had little windows at the front, and some of my ufologist friends filtered it. You could see figures. You could see actual figures in these windows, people or whatever they were, aliens or whatever they were. They were in sort of, you could see them in these windows, like, you know, probably they're viewing us like ants. So they come and visit Earth. They're on their little flying objects, and that they just look at us like ants, I expect. So I can't say what size the object was. I said it was because I was using a Nikon P900, so it was zoomed out a fair way. See if I can get a better. Starting to cloud over now. It's not focusing. Let's see if I can wipe it down on my mobile. I don't know what it looks like to you guys, but it looks a bit blurry to me on the screen. It's probably because I'm not keeping it still enough. That's quite slow. Don't know if that's a helicopter. It could be an aircraft. It's quite slow. Trying to hold the old my mobile still as possible. That's a start. You've got on the Isle of Wight, we've got a UFO group called Skywatch Isle of Wight. So Skywatch is two separate words. So Skywatch, then just Isle of Wight. So it's called Skywatch Isle of Wight. We've got a Facebook group. Come and join us. We're all ufologists. Lots of other interesting people. Some more stars. It's so cold. I'm going to have to zip my coat up, I think it's so cold. I have to take some pictures, it would be decent. Well, certainly took visitors because I was part of 9 people, 4 ufologists. I was part of 4 ufologists and 5 from the CE5 team. That's something that Stephen Greer does, CE5. But we've Skywatch Isle of Wight. We're not going to do CE5. We don't mind going along. We do not mind going along with people who are CE5 and do a Skywatch with them, but we're not going to join any CE5 groups. Told it's their closed shop, so if Skywatch Isle of Wight, so if we went with 5, 6, 7 ufologists and we meet a CE5 group, they won't share their pictures. So we certainly share our pictures. So what's the point? What's the point of being a ufologist if you don't share your pictures? You know, that's what we're here to disclose. You know, obviously there's certain parties don't want us to disclose our findings. But certainly Skywatch Isle of Wight, we share all our stuff. Trying to pick out a star. Usually an object with a bit slightly red flashing lights, usually an aircraft. So if you go on sky watches, certainly anything with a red flashing light, I say is usually an aircraft or a helicopter. I'm not scared of the dark whatsoever. Mind you, someone might jump out one day, pretend they're a ghost or something. I think I would stand still anyway, certainly defend myself. That's weird. That's strange movement. Look at the movement of that. I'm not moving me mobile. It's starting to rain now. I'm going to have to zip my coat up. Bear with me a sec, guys. I'm just going to zip my coat. I'm going to have to put the phone down. If there weren't strange stuff, if I'd not seen all these strange things over the years, probably from my first multi-site, it was on a train. I was on a train, football supporters. Now, what the hell's that? Look. Now, this is worth getting the old camera out. It might be an aircraft. It's sneaking round the corner. Let's get my other camera out. I think it's an aircraft. I dropped my little camera earlier. I was gutted. I thought, oh no, I've broken it. This is a Lumix TZ70. It's only a 30 optical zoom, but they're ideal doing a skywatch if you don't want to. You can carry it on you 24/7. Yeah, you can carry the Lumix TZ70. What's it saying? I've probably got it in between settings. Try that one. Let's zoom in, shall we? That's the Spinnaker Tower at Portsmouth. It's these UFOs Nikon 1000. You need them in the car or something. You could obviously put them on a tripod to do your sky watch. Otherwise, it's just impossible unless you only go out with one of them. So you take out your Nikon P900 or your P1000. That's what ufologists use. No ghosts yet. Cool, I've got 200 viewers. Cheers, guys. I hope you guys ain't thinking, oh, we want to see a UFO come down and take him away. Then 200 of you, you'll send the report to the Sun newspaper or the Mirror or or the Daily Star or something. Oh, he was doing a skywatch last night. They took him away. I'll come back like Travis Walton. Have you ever seen that film, Fire in the Sky? That's based on a true story. I think it was in Canada. He's a Canadian woodworker, and he's just like working with his buddies in the old forests in Canada. And or was it in America? I can't remember now, USA. But anyways, his name's Travis Walton, and the actual movie, they made a movie. It's called Fire in the Sky. So you've got to watch that. So if you've got Netflix or whatever, watch Fire in the Sky. And it's based on a true story, this guy called Travis Walton. So he's working in the old woodworking and that, in the forest, chopping the old trees down. Anyway, they finish their job. They get back in their truck. I think there's about 4 of them. So anyway, they're driving along and they see this light up in the sky. I thought, oh, that's weird. So they carry on driving. And this guy, the old driver, he starts following it. Then when they sort of turn the corner out the woods, the actual flying object was in this field or sort of around the trees. And they stopped, and Travis Walton, he had to get out. So he got out and he approached the flying object, and it actually grabbed him and took him away. And that was it. So obviously they rushed back to their town and notify the police, the American police. So of course they all go and investigate. They obviously think that he was murdered and stuff. But you got to see. I'm not going to tell you. I ruined the story, but it's based on a true story of an abduction. And he's had lie detector tests. He's had the whole lot. The FBI and everyone questioned him. And so he passed the old lie detector test, and that's it. He was abducted by this alien craft, and they done all sorts to him, unfortunately. So hopefully that don't happen to me. Mind you, they probably know what humans look like now, so they've obviously done their tests years ago. Yeah, Fire in the Sky. That's probably the best UFO, but based on a true story. Fire in the Sky. I'm trying to think of any other movies based on a true story. You got the Rendlesham incident. The only problem with that is it's nothing near like the story. Rendlesham incident was in 1980, and there was on the 26th of December, 27th, 28th, 29th, there was the American, one of the security guards saw something come down in the woods, and the old military police, American military police, went out to investigate. They found this flying object in the Suffolk or the Rendlesham Forest woods. And so the military police went to investigate, and there was a sort of like a spaceship in these woods. I can't remember who actually, Pennison or something, saw it. And and who else went out there? Oh, I'm forgetting their names now. and you got Colonel Holt. He went out to have a look, but obviously the landed ship UFO, I think it was only there for a little while, then it took off. And some chap called Pennison, Colonel Holt went out in the woods, and there was another guy, I think he saw, I can't remember his name, but he saw it take off. But that was in 1980. And they reckon the nuclear weapons at the United States Air Force Bentwaters base, the nuclear weapons were turned off. So the flying object managed to turn off all the nuclear weapons. And yeah, then the whole of 1980 is covered up. So if you try and find the Q files in the UK, you won't see anything about the 1980 Rendlesham incident. You'll find people talking about it on YouTube and various places, but I think it's got a D notice. And of course, my first UFO sighting with my brother and my mate Mark, we were on a train, and we were on our way to Bristol on this football supporters train, hired by Fuxie. He used to run the old Portsmouth football trains. Anyway, we were on the same year as the Rendlesham incident. We were on a train on our way to Bristol to see a Portsmouth game, which was played at Bristol City's ground because Eastville was burnt down sadly, so they transferred the game to Bristol City's ground at Ashton Gate. So anyway, on the way, just after Salisbury, between Salisbury and Warminster, my mate Mark, he goes, "Here, look at that above the hill." And there's this huge bright light moving up, down, sideways. We just couldn't believe it. And my brother was getting excited. I was getting excited. I said, look at that. And then the people in the carriage, so everyone in the whole carriage was looking at this object moving up and down. It's apparently the hill was what we know now as the Codford Circle. So it's about 7 miles from Stonehenge. The Codford Circle, 7 miles from Stonehenge. And it's about, I think it's 144 metres high. We've been up there twice. So you'll find, if you look on YouTube, if you look up the Codford Circle, or the Great Western Railway UFO sighting, so I've put it on there. So we revisited the hill twice. So we know where it was. It's above the Codford Circle. It's 7 miles from Stonehenge. It's an ancient site that used to have stones like Stonehenge. They reckon there's no stones, no blue stones there now. But 7 miles from Stonehenge, this what's called the Codford Circle in Wiltshire. So anyway, we were at Stockton. We're looking up at this hill. There was, it must have been a good 200 or 300, 400 Portsmouth fans. We were looking at this moving light above the hill. And so it's just unbelievable. We're all boisterous lads, we're football supporters, all rowdy sort of lot on the train, had a few to drink before we got on the train and what have you. But I tell you what, it silenced us. Whatever we saw up there on top of that hill, the whole train was silenced. So everyone in my carriage, we were all looking at, all gathered around every single window of the carriage in our area of the train. And I could see, as the train was going around some corner on the track, the doors were opening and shutting. I could see people in the next carriage. They were looking at the object as well. So it was a multi-sighting. So this train full of Portsmouth football fans, we saw this huge moving object above the Codford Circle. It's an old ancient circle above Wiltshire. So yeah, it's only 7 miles from Stonehenge. It's 144 metres high. We've been there. I've been there with my brother and some other people. So yeah, so that's my first UFO sighting. So that's why I'm a ufologist. So back in 1980, you had a multi-sighting on the train, which was covered up. Then obviously with the Rendlesham incident at the Suffolk base in 1980, on December the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. So that was obviously covered up. But the actual newspapers, you will find it, because the actual newspapers caught hold of it. So it actually got out of the American airbase, and all the national newspapers, they were there. They all got a story. But our multi-sighting on the train was the one that got away, so they've covered that up. So I think I've got a D notice, because I've talked about it. I've got what they call a D notice, so no one's allowed to talk about it or print it. But John Hanson is an ex-policeman. He actually put it in one of his books called Haunted Skies. So it does appear in a book. So our Portsmouth football fans sighting at Wiltshire is in a book called Haunted Skies. It's in the Wiltshire edition of 2017. And other people's talked about our sighting as well on YouTube. So that's why I'm interested in UFOs, because I've seen one. And obviously I've seen more since. So I am convinced we're getting visited by extraterrestrials. And obviously last year on 24th of July, we were at Butser Hill. There was 4 ufologists and 5 from a CE5 team. And we saw these flying objects, as the same things what they featured on the Sky History Channel, and they sort of disclaimed them as nothing. But what we saw was totally different and similar, and we saw an alien as well. So anyway, you'll see that on my TikTok. So if you visit my TikTok after, you'll see pictures of us in the Meon Valley. You'll see my brother in front, and to the left, you'll see this, what they call is a multi-dimensional alien. So yeah, so I have actually seen an alien. So, and I actually got a photograph of it. So, and that's because of these. You got a camera, you get everything. So yeah, you get everything. So everything you see is genuine. All the pictures you see on my TikTok are genuine. I don't do CGI. There's a lot of TikTokers who do fake stuff, CGI, computer generate images. All mine are real. There's none being altered or changed. All I do is filter them, make them bigger, make them better. But I do not change the actual picture. I just make it a bit larger so we can see what the object is. So, and are we getting visitors? We certainly are getting visitors, guys. So there's definitely getting extraterrestrial visitors. I've got no doubt about it. And the other week, I was by Core Abbey, and you'll see it on my TikTok. I got a Canon camera, absolute garbage. It's only very low optical zoom. I took a couple of pictures in the sky. When I got home, the first picture looked different than the second picture by one star, and I thought, well, that star's not in the first picture. So I took 2 pictures, like in a second, let's show you. So imagine I take 2 quick pictures, yeah? So I was near Core Abbey, as a big Catholic cathedral on Isle of Wight. So imagine, I take 2 quick pictures, yeah? Watch. 1. Oops. It's a bit quicker on that Canon camera. So I've taken 2 pictures. So obviously when you look at the 2 pictures, they look different. I thought, that's strange. And there was an extra star on the picture. And I'll put it on my TikTok, you'll see what I mean. So the first picture was not the same as the second picture by 1 star. Anyway, I zoomed into the star thinking it was, like a galaxy or just an ordinary star. No, when I zoom in, it was 2 objects, 2 UFOs. But you'll see that on my TikTok. There's no trickery or nothing. No CGI, nothing of mine you see is computer generate images. All mine are actual photographs as you see it. So, but there's a lot of guys, unfortunately, on TikTok, they got so much fake stuff. I don't do fake, guys. I'm a respected ufologist, and the Americans think I'm the best ufologist in the UK. So, I don't like bragging, but that's what the Americans call me. So I know. We've even Skywatch Isle of Wight. We've got some of the top American ufologists in our group. So in theory, the Isle of Wight's got the best ufology group in the whole of the UK. because we've got the best people in it. Certainly from America, anyway. I'm going to hang on, guys, see if we see something. This is Binstead Beach. This is where I got it was a full moon that night, and it's a full moon, and I was here sort of taking pictures of what I usually do, anything strange flashing lights or just any strange lights in the sky. And I think I was here about a couple of hours. Then I thought, oh, that's it, I've had enough now. I got a bit, you think, like I am now, I'm freezing cold. I think I've had enough now. And I thought, well, that's it, let's pack up. And so I had my Nikon, my best cameras, the Nikon cameras, a ufologist cameras, a Nikon P900. That's what all ufologists use, a Nikon P900. So I had that camera on my tripod, and I thought, I've had enough now, it's got cold. And I've been out, I think I was here for about, same place I am now, a couple of hours. And I just got my camera out, sort of, on the old tripod, zoom out, and then I saw something just sitting there. It was just, I say, this black metallic object. It was just sitting there, like, watching me. I just panicked. I just click, 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 click. And I thought, oh, I hope I got it. And I looked again, could I find it? So I click, 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 then slightly moved the tripod, and I just couldn't find it again. And I thought, oh no, I hope I got it. So when I got home, I looked at the first picture, nothing there. The second picture, nothing. Then on the third one, luckily, it was there. It was on the image, and on the fourth one, it wasn't there. So literally, it was there for a couple of seconds. I don't know for long, because obviously they don't want to be seen. So anyway, so it was just sitting there, just like it must be sitting there, watching me, and I got a picture of it, and it was metallic, square. It was only the full moon, guys, it was the full moon that silhouetted the edges. So bear in mind, it's black, it was metallic black. So if there was something there now, you would not see it. You would not see it. It was only because we had a full moon, it silhouetted the edges. And I zoomed out a little bit. I think if I hadn't zoomed in a bit, I probably wouldn't have seen it. So yeah, so that's just amazing. I spoke to one of my neighbours where I live. He was same place here. I mentioned to him. I send him my when I do Skywatch, I usually send him my results and what have you. And he told me he was down there and he saw like 6 or 7 orbs moving across the sky. Same place here. He said he was walking with a friend, and they looked up and they saw these 6 or 7 objects moving along the sky, and they suddenly stopped. And they said they walked down here, they suddenly stopped, and they just shot up in the air. So I know the guy, he's not lying. So he saw about 6 or 7 orbs with a friend, and then these other people, they passed on the way back, or whatever he was saying, they saw it as well. So it must have been, I think there was 3 or 4 witnesses. So, and I told him about what I saw down here, and one of my neighbours has seen something down here himself. And plus, obviously, the orbs that I've seen at Tottenham Bay, I saw groups of orbs moving across the seawater with my brother, and I've got pictures of them as well. Just tell by the lights and the movement. Yeah, so this object down here at Binstead Beach, it was metallic black, and luckily it was a full moon. That's why if I just took random pictures, and there's no full moon, I don't think I would have got it. It's just luckily it was a full moon, and and the moonlight actually silhouetted the edges of the object, and you could see little windows in the front of it. It was just unbelievable. It looks like sort of night something's going to happen. I got no fear. I got no fear of the dark. Got absolutely no fear of the dark whatsoever. I was up near the Needles. You got this. I was at Byzantine. It's an old 4,500-year-old graveyard. I was up on the Needles. Obviously, I wasn't in the graveyard. It's like this Iron Age graveyard or something. 4,500 years old. And I wasn't obviously in the graveyard. I was like outside. I was sort of standing nearby. And you sort of think, oh, you know, how many Byzantine people, you know, or sorry, Bronze Age, how many people's buried in there? But I had absolutely no fear whatsoever. Got no fear of the dark. So I've taken pictures of really some strange, pardon my French, strange shit. Honestly, really strange. Honestly, it's just unbelievable. That's why I keep on doing it. Keep on doing my sky watching. I mean that Meon Valley, that'll never be repeated. Well, hopefully it'll be repeated. But what we saw on July the 24th. All these, and it's the same objects that features on the Sky History Channel. That's what gets me. And they're saying the old Sky History Channel were going, oh, fake, because apparently the same objects were seen in Wiltshire, near Wiltshire, and there was and Sunderland was seen in Sunderland, and I know there was some more there was the same objects in France. And obviously we saw these objects in the Meon Valley flying around, and I just couldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like it. You'll see it on my TikTok. You'll certainly see it, and you'll see the apparently got a paranormal friend guy. He's Buddhist, and he does paranormal, and he said it was the picture of the alien. He said it was a multi-dimensional alien. So it was something in an orb. So if you have a look on my TikTok, they're genuine. There's no CGI. They're actual pictures that I've taken. So I don't do, you know, I swear to God. I swear to good God. Jesus. I swear to Jesus. They're not fake pictures. Guys, you know. You'll see a load of other people putting fake CGI, absolute rubbish on TikTok. But my pictures are genuine. There's no CGI, no fakes. So they're genuine aliens, and genuine orbs, and genuine, you know, UFOs. So we are certainly getting visitors. I mean, we've been visited for a long time. You get the old mainstream media like Sky History Channel, and they're obviously told by the government, say, oh, you got to say that's fake. You got to, you know, they rule it out. When they just lie. The whole mainstream media lie. You know, the History Channel, they lie. They all lie. It makes them so mad. And all the ufologists, it makes us so angry. They just can't tell the truth. And the national newspapers get so many pictures of UFOs. They're not allowed to show us. They're not allowed to show us at all. So they all get D-notice. Should we find a star, guys? It's a bright star. That's handy. This is it's a Galaxy A70. It's probably one of the best phones to use to do on a Skywatch. So obviously I use my cameras to get close-ups. And this Galaxy, it does. If I zoom in or zoom out, I do manage to get some pictures on it. And I've used some of the footage on. From my Skywatches and my live TikToks, put on YouTube, what have you. It's freezing. On the way here, there was a fallen tree, so I checked, made sure there's no one underneath it. So yeah, I went round the tree. I had my torch, making sure there was no one under the fallen tree. So hopefully that was done earlier. You know, imagine someone could be under there for a few hours. I would be careful, there's an edge there. The tide's out. It's freezing. I might head back now. It's just too cold this time of year. Yeah, so check out the film, guys, called Fire in the Sky. It's about Travis Wharton, his abduction. I won't tell you too much, it'll ruin the story. But it's based on a true abduction in the USA. And the movie is called Fire in the Sky. And so it's, he was obviously abducted, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, and they say it's some woodsmen, American tree lumber people or something there in the woods chopping trees and lumberjacks, and anyway they come across this UFO. It's based on a true story. They interview, I think it was the FBI, the American police and everything, because the guy disappeared. I think he disappeared for 4 or 5 days, but it's based on a true story. You've got to see it, guys. It's called Fire in the Sky. It's, if you look it up on Google it, Travis Wharton, you'll find the story, and it's based on a true abduction UFO incident. I've got people messaging me. There was apparently off Barry, there's a UFO, so a lot of activity around the island Barry in Wales. So check that out, guys. A lot of ufologists are talking about something, I think last night or yesterday, talking about something's happened off Barry. UFO sighting or something's going on. And there was a Penrith, I think it was a Penrith incident a few months ago. That's been covered up as well. So something's happened over a few days ago by Barry, the island of Barry, or a Welsh town called Barry. That's what I'm being told. So I'll look into that. I can't feel my hands. I'm going to head back now. Out the winds, the cold winds. Yeah, this is where I saw that the dark metallic object. Thanks to the full moon. If there was no full moon, I wouldn't have seen the object. I'm going to head back now. So I'm not going to end the live stream. I'll leave it on. It's the aliens tonight. But there's a lot of CGI on TikTok. There's a lot of, pardon my French, a lot of le crap. lot of CGI crap. So people just put fake stuff in and get the views. That annoys me. I mean, I get a bit jealous, you know. Someone do something CGI, they get like 3,000-4,000 views. I put something genuine on his actual real UFO. So I put something absolutely genuine, real, and I get like 400 views. It really pisses me off. Do you know what I mean? So I got the real deal, the real pictures, the real footage, and I'll get like pittance views. I think, what's going on? It's probably MOD, or it's probably it's probably the governments. They put people on there, and then they don't want you looking at my stuff. They don't want you looking at the genuine stuff, genuine UFO stuff. So there's probably people on TikTok who do all the CGI stuff just to stop you looking at my stuff, the real stuff. Oh, look at that. Thought I lost you then. It seemed to be stuck. I don't know if... Bit of tree. I've got loads of people keep sending me, I've got Messenger, people keep sending me stuff. I think it's interfering with me live stream. It's flooded here. We're still on, hopefully, guys. Hopefully we're still live. The stars, honestly, you can see all the stars. Yeah, so there's a lot of CGI, absolute garbage on TikTok. There's so much fake stuff. I'm not saying that everyone does fake stuff, don't get me wrong. But there's more people doing fake stuff on TikTok. Not, obviously not real UFOs. Oh, I'm getting so many notifications doing my head in. I'm trying to chat with you guys and tell you what's happening. And I've got people messaging me. I've got YouTube notifications. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do a Skywatch about 1 o'clock in the morning when no one messages you. No one. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to get a different phone. Yeah, apparently there was in the grapevine. There's something happened off the island of Barry, South Wales. There's a UFO incident, I think yesterday or a few days ago, and there was one at Penrith. A lady was in the woods or something or other. Anyway, she saw a spacecraft above the head. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And I say, all these people on TikTok doing all this CGI stuff. So I can stand there. And I actually, I come out in the freezing cold after a storm, with all trees down and everything. And then some guys sit at home, do some CGI UFOs, computer generated UFOs, just makes a mockery of it all. That's what makes me mad. So I'll get 4, 5, 6, 700 views of a genuine UFO. Yeah, so I'll get 600 or 700. Oh, look, they'll stall. Yeah, I'll get 600 or 700 views of my real UFO footage, and some people getting like 4, 5, 6, 7,000 or more on absolute fake stuff. But I think it's deliberate. It's deliberate because they don't want you. They don't want you looking at my stuff and other proper ufologists. They don't want you looking at our stuff because it's genuine. I've got better things to do. I've certainly got better things to do than put fake stuff on TikTok or YouTube. How can people live with themselves? Yeah, how can people live with themselves doing fake stuff? Mind you, I say, I'd be frightened if an flying object landed nearby. I'd be frightened. I probably would hang around. I've been doing this for years. I'm not going to suddenly lands and I'm going to walk away. So it could be. That's a chance you got to take. Obviously, I hope I don't get abducted. But if you've been trying to get close pictures of, I think the moon's coming up. The moon's coming up, so I can get decent pictures of the moon tonight. Yeah, I'm certainly not going to do fake stuff. Yeah, so if an alien craft landed, oh, look at the old moon through the trees. That'd be cool. There's a fallen tree here somewhere, but luckily there's no one underneath it. I checked. Look at me. It's somewhere along here. I can see the old moon coming up through the trees. That's the moon. Oh, that's the fallen tree. It frightened me there. I thought it was a figure there. That's the fallen tree. There's no one underneath it, I checked. There's a moon over there, look. There's a moon coming up. There's another fallen tree. Quite a few UFOs are seen. Quite a few UFOs are seen during a storm or after. I'm going to get the moon for the tree, so I'll make a little video of this. Don't worry, guys, it's not a UFO, it's the moon. That's right, if it's another guy on TikTok, it'll say it's a UFO. So there's guys on TikTok. They say their moons. They do a CGI using the moon as a UFO. Now this is that's the moon, guys. It's not a UFO. Now, if it was one of these guys on TikTok who does all the CGI, they go, "Oh, that's a UFO." This ain't. This is a moon. It's quite effective. Ooh. I'm getting a few viewers now. That's quite effective, guys. That's quite cool, isn't it? That's the moon coming up. That's quite effective, guys. I don't think if I can go in this other. I don't think we may see it from here. Sorry, we've got trees. We've got trees this side. See the stars though. There's a whole galaxy up there, guys. It's quite amazing being a UFO. Something's very, I don't think it's a dull star, but it's certainly worth taking a picture of. Something's a bit dull. Find me other camera. Come on. Interesting. There's another star up there I'm interested in. Quite dull. Can't find the bloody thing. Come on. That's not the one I want. I can't find the other one. Something else there. That one. There's another star again. Yeah, there's a lot of guys on TikTok who do fake CGI UFO stuff, so it just drives my head in. So I'll get 400 views for something genuine, and they get like, God, they get 10,000, 20, 30, 40,000, even over 100,000 views. It's something's absolute fake and garbage. It just so infuriates me, guys. The moon's coming up, look. Got to find my torch. I've got to be careful with this other camera because it's only a little camera. I say it's like £200, so it's ideal for something to carry 24/7 for ufology. Got to find my torch. There's some fallen trees up here, so I need that torch. I should have like a rucksack or something. I found my torch now, I can see where I'm going. I'll put the camera in my other pocket. Be good. There's a tree falling down here. Make sure there's no one underneath. I've checked one tree. So there's no one underneath that one. Another tree down. That's this is by the golf course in Ryde. There's a few trees come down. I've checked a couple of them anyway, so the police must be busy. Yeah, I've been checking some of the trees that are down, make sure there's no one underneath. I come out to do a sky watch, then I saw some trees that had come down. So obviously, I thought it was a good idea to make sure no one's underneath. I mean, they could have come down as soon as it got dark. Could have come down a few hours ago. The tree could have got someone underneath. I've seen kids have been on the golf course, but I've checked a couple of trees anyway. There's no one underneath. So, and obviously I'm live, so if a tree come down on me, then I'm certainly you'll phone someone, I hope. Right, I'm going to get a nice little effect along here. Right, we'll start here, yeah, guys. Right, slowly go along. Get smaller. Start again. I'll make a little TikTok of this. We'll start there. I put a bit of music to this. Might make it a bit bigger. I'm watching where I'm going. Another tree. I've got people sending me stuff on Facebook. I've got people sending me messages on Messenger. Oh. It's not that cold. God, I've nearly fallen over the twigs. I think I can get out. Can I get on it? There's another tree down here. Yeah, look, we can get out here now. I'll get some pictures of the moon. That's the moon. It's a full moon tonight, guys. I'm going to take some pictures. I'm on the golf course. Well, just trodden on in something. Like a big hole. To get me decent camera out. Find me decent camera. I don't think it is quite a full... No, it is a full moon. Take some pictures. A bit muddy here though. Shut the gate. Hang on a sec. Make sure it's shut. That's right, it's shut properly. That's the moon, guys. That's quite a good pictures I got there. That's good. I'm pleased with that. Look at the picture, guy. I'm going to get some good pictures from this. That's a strange part. I've never seen that part of the moon before. I've just taken these. I'm pleased with them. I'm quite pleased with those pictures, guys. Imagine, right? You just seen that it's quite good detailed picture of the moon. So imagine if I get a picture of a UFO. Well, obviously I've got a few pictures of UFOs, but as just say, I can get some good quality pictures of stars and the moon, and obviously that's why I got decent pictures of UFOs. Let's find me torch. Torch. Mind you, with the moon coming up, I can just about see now. Don't know what I've done with me torch now. I put it in one of the pockets. It's not in that one. I better put it in one with a bottle of water. Take that camera out. Oh, what did I do with the torch? I don't want to drop this camera. I dropped it already. Well, a decent one. Where's the torch? I put it somewhere where I can't find it. Oh dear. Torch. Not there. Torch. Not in that pocket. Take that drink out. Not in there. Oh, that's if I drop me torch. Check me inside pocket. I think I've lost my torch. Oh dear. I've got loads of them at home, but it'd be nice because there's some trees falling up here, and it'd be handy to see where I'm going. Oh, it's in my back pocket. What a wally. It's in my back pocket. Really? Yeah, so there's a lot of guys do CGI, computer generate images of UFOs on TikTok, which infuriates me, because everything that's genuine strange objects or UFO that I take is genuine. So if you look back through my TikTok, you'll see some really strange stuff. It's genuine, and it's, of course, you got these other guys that just do CGI, fake stuff. So, and they get like they get 100,000 views or 50,000 views. And of course, I get for the genuine, the genuine UFO and the genuine strange stuff, alien and whatever. I get like, I get 5,000 views. But I think it's meant to be like that, because they don't want it disclosed. So they let you have 400 or 500 views, or up to 1,000 views. I think I had 5,000 on one the other day. The two, where I've taken two images, the first one, second, and the different one. I zoomed in, it was two UFOs. I think I got nearly 5,000 on that one. And so I basically thought, two photographs within a second. So the two objects that I got after zooming in, they must have been travelling the speed of light, to get from point A to B. And obviously two photographs in a second, let's say. So we've taken two quick photographs in a second. So the first picture they're not there, and the second picture they're there, which took a second. Yeah, so they must be travelling near the speed of light. But obviously there's a paradox. Einstein's theory says there's a paradox. If you travel to the near to the speed of sound, there could be a lot of implications. Yeah, if you have a look on my TikTok, you'll see what implications there can be. So I might go down the seafront. So the moon's coming up, so we'll probably get a full moon over the sea. I've only got 7% power, so I'm not going to make it down the seafront, unfortunately. Just check again. No, yeah, I've only got 7% battery left on my phone, sadly, guys. So anyway, thanks for joining. And I say if you come on my TikTok, on my lives, at least you know I'm actually going out looking for real UFOs. I don't find something in the studio and do CGI. I'm not waiting for a bus, I'm just make sure I find my key. Yeah, so I'm not in the studio finding stuff to make something look like a UFO. So I'm out there live. I mean, on some of it live, you can see the moon above the houses. I've checked a couple of trees, been a good citizen, made sure there was no one underneath two trees that are fallen. So you can safely say near the golf course there's no bodies under a couple of trees that are fallen. So I've done my goodwill bit. Yeah, it just infuriates me, these guys on TikTok doing their CGI, computer generated images. And there's only the handful of us are putting genuine pictures on there. So, and obviously it's meant to be that they get the views, because they don't want you to look at my stuff. And some other guys on there put genuine pictures. I've actually said I've actually said to some people, so look, that's computer generated. And of course they deny it. No, it's not. I say, yes, it is. That's fake. Fake. And they just won't have it. They can't. They ain't got the honesty. They haven't got the honesty to say, yeah, I've made it up. It's all fake. They haven't got the honesty. So yeah, you guys there do CGI, computer generated images of UFOs. You're the lowest of the low. I say, there's some good ufologists on TikTok. There's one guy did something live the other day. So I go out in the freezing cold with expensive cameras to capture strange stuff. Look at the moon, look, full moon. That's above Ryde All Saints Church. Is that a good omen? I can't believe I only got 7% battery left. I would have gone down the seafront. Check out, mate. I'll put on. I was down the seafront when all the big waves earlier. It's when all the big waves down at Rice seafront. I did a short TikTok then, and look, you see the old full moon just above the old Ryde All Saints Church to the right. Yeah, I've only got about, how much I've got left now? I've only got about 6% battery, so I'm not going to have time to get down the seafront. Yeah, I mean, you can go out numerous times and you don't see any UFOs or anything strange. That's it, you know. You might see, I don't know, you may see about 7 or 8 times you go out, you may see something, get some decent photographs. But you're lucky to get, I mean, if you go out regularly, you'd be lucky to get something once a month or something, or a couple of times a month. Myself and my brother, we were lucky, we were at Tottenham Bay on the island. Sort of freshwater way, Tottenham Bay, Hurst Castle the other side, and we got orbs. I mean, I'm talking loads, groups of orbs moving across above Tottenham Bay, and they were heading east. So you got a Hurst Castle opposite. You see, I've done a little video recently with Hurst Castle opposite, but you see, previously to that, I was down there, and we were sitting in. There's a pub. Is it near the waterfront or something? I can't forgotten his name. We were in the pub, and we hadn't drunk anything hardly. And we were sitting there. I got my cameras and that, binoculars, and we saw these like orbs. They're moving sort of east, sort of not past Hurst Castle, but let's say they were like New Milton. So you got New Milton. And these orbs, there was groups of them, quite a lot, I don't know, about 20, and they're just moving above the seawater, heading east. And we just couldn't believe it, and luckily I had my camera, I took quite a few pictures, and they come out alright. And then blow me, a couple of weeks later, or a month later, we decided to go there again. So myself and my brother, we go down Tottenham Bay again, and cameras at hand. We're sitting there. The sun went down, then a fog appeared, yeah, and because we're sort of looking, you could see New Milton opposite. A fog sort of came in, and we couldn't believe it. Then we saw these orbs appear again. So basically, you could not see New Milton. You just see all these orbs moving again, same direction towards the east after sunset. And it was a big group at different heights and moving. And we even looked through binoculars, so there's no mistake. We looked through binoculars, and these orbs were moving, let's say, east towards Hurst Castle, let's say. Well, they didn't get beyond Hurst Castle. Let's get the old moon above the All Saints Church. Oh, it's behind. They got the old moon behind. Make sure I don't get run over. I'm going to make the moon disappear. The moon's disappeared now behind the church steeple. Yeah, so we're at Tottenham Bay, 2 occasions. We saw orbs moving above the seawater, and it's both times they were heading east. And I say, we're looking for binoculars. I took pictures, and you can see them moving above the seawater at different heights. So they weren't in a straight line, they were sort of at different heights, all of them. So we've got the moon up there, and so it's quite a good way to end, really. We've got the moon by the All Saints Church there. That's a shame. During lockdown, all these churches were shut. Everyone's stressed out. Everyone's, lost their jobs and that. All the churches were shut. I thought that was disgusting. Yeah, sadly, how much I got? I probably only got about 3% battery left. I just walked past there and I'll end the live stream. But I really appreciate you guys joining. It's freezing cold. I've done my good deed today. I checked under 2 fallen trees. There's no one underneath them. So it seems that everyone's home from Ryde. I didn't go obviously as far as the Core Abbey or along the towards Fishbourne. I expect there's fallen trees up there, so if anyone lives up that way, go and check, mate. Make sure there's no one underneath any trees. I've checked on the ride. It's no wind now. That's the moon. Anyway, I'm going to end the live stream. I really appreciate you guys joining. And if you see any CGI, you'll know if it's fake. Any CGI UFOs or stuff like that. Tell the people saying that's fake. So I always got my cameras with me. If I see something, I'll take pictures. And obviously, sometimes you get a bit of footage. Yeah, if you see anything, say it's fake. Otherwise, they'll keep on doing it. And it's so irritating for the people who, actually do take pictures of UFOs. It makes me so angry. And all the decent ufologists around the world, it makes us furious. We spend hours and a lot of money on cameras to get the genuine stuff, and you got these idiots who do computer generated pictures and stick on there. But I think that's how the government want it. That's how the government wants it. They want people putting fake stuff there. So deceiver, it's all deception. The whole lot of it's all deception. I don't know how people can live with themselves. Yeah, it's just it makes me so angry. And they've got depicts on it. It's what I don't like, the depiction of Christ on the cross. I don't like. I think it's cruel. I don't. Have a look. I think that's... Why do you want to depict Christ on the torturous cross? I think that's bad. I think all the churches should remove Christ from the cross. Just have the cross there without Christ on it, because Christ was resurrected. So you should have just the cross with Christ not on there, because I say Christ was resurrected. So it makes me angry. Why do you want to stick Christ on the cross of torture? So yeah, I say it's the cross of torture. I'm a Catholic, so we don't like that sort of stuff. Why do you want to show Christ on the torture on the cross? So that's what the Romans, the evil Romans done. Stuck people on crosses. You know, what sick people do stuff like that? Anyway, I'm going to end the live stream on a sad note. But yeah, if you see any fake UFO stuff that genuinely looks like CGI, just tell people so it's fake. So there's a lot of decent, honest ufologists out there. We got it just infuriates us that people can lie. So yeah, I don't know if like the UK's got you know, like space agencies. We know India's got a space agency. We know in the EU they've got their own space agency. I mean, a lot of that stuff might be, a lot of stuff we see in the sky might be you know, like Chinese or something. You know, they've all got their own space agencies. And but then again, I think the pictures I got just looks too far advanced, and my friends to be from Earth. You know, we know China's got a space program, and India, the Americans. I'm sure we've sent stuff up there, the UK and European countries, European Space Agency. So, but they spend billions and millions on it, so they're not going to tell us. That's where all our taxpayers' money's going. So, anyway, I'm going to end the live stream. I've got quite a way to go home yet. And I'm glad I've managed to make this run for a bit longer. Thanks for joining, guys. Have a good evening. And have a look at all this. You'll spot the fake CGI stuff on TikTok. So, you know, I've been out there hoping to see something for real, as usual. And the other guys, they just put fake, they sit at home and find fake stuff to put on there. Anyway, good night, guys. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next time.